Assalamualaikum and very good evening to you all, especially to our lecturer for BMMA 4593, Vehicle Suspension System, Technologies ZAKARIA bin Muhammad NASIR. Today we are from Group 5 for BMMA Section 1/1. Want to present our group assignment 1 with title to review, analysis and criticize on current suspension system and propose new design for future compact car. For the next slide, this is our group member for assignment 1. We have Muhammad Arisha bin M.AZMI, which is me, Muhammad AIMAN NAJMI, Muhammad ARIF, Muhammad Arif AFNAN, and lastly, we have AHMAD FAIDHI. For the next slide, discuss about the introduction, where in the acute suspension work will prevent the vehicle from reaching its capability. A suspension is a mechanism used to maintain rolling motion during pitch. It can also be used to isolate the case of road imperfection for the purpose of ensuring passenger comfort. Additive manufacturing was first established for the purpose of generation prototype. It has since been extended to make function component in a variety of sectors. Okay, that's all from me. I will pass the next slide to our group member. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. So for the task A, review of literature. First, for a review of the vehicle suspension system by Jeregna and Sirata 2020. The design of the vehicle suspension system, which is responsible for transferring force between the vehicle and the ground, is the primary factor that decide how comfortable the vehicle is to drive. And then for the second preview-based technique for vehicle suspension control, a state-of-the-art review by Tunisian ETAL 2021. So for abstract, road preview-based suspension control has just emerged as a feasible option for production cars. Semi-active and active suspension arrangement have been the subject of much study in automobile engineering over the last several decades. And lastly, semi-active suspension system from research to mass market review by Soliman and Caldas 2021. Active suspension system provides significant improvement in terms of ride comfort and handling control. However, the active system cannot be implemented due to restricted aspects such as the needed some amount of power and the expenses. Okay, next. Okay. Review of literature. Objective, it is vital to ensure that the active suspension system is designed correctly by considering the constraint that is now has to solve the issue. And second objective, this literature review address the research that has been carried out over the course of the last few decades about semi-active and active suspension controller with road preview. And the last objective is the purpose of this article is to provide a review of the current state of the art in semi-active suspension control with regard to the assessment of the performance of vehicle ride comfort and road holding abilities.
Next slide.
Next slide.
Okay, for the task B, for segment A car, Produa Asia. Segment B car is Honda City, and segment C, Toyota Corolla Altis. Okay, for Produa Asia, front and rear suspension, and the front suspension, it used McPherson strut, and the rear suspension, it used torsion beam. For Honda City, front suspension is McPherson strut with coil spring, and the rear suspension, torsion beam with coil spring. And for segment C, front suspension is McPherson strut with stabilizer, and the rear suspension is double wishbone. Next slide. Okay, for the tire size use of the vehicle, Produa Asia use R14 and R15 based on the specification. Honda City use R15 and R16 based on their specification, and Toyota Corolla Altis use R16 or R17 based on their spec. And next. Okay, what is the difference between the suspension of the segment A, B, and C? For segment A, the advantage using the front suspension, it will leave a lot of space and lighter weight. And for Honda City, it also give the lighter weight, space, and give more durable than a multi-link setup. Okay, for segment C, Toyota Corolla Altis, it will give the wheel moving and steering while the car nosedive into them. So the bigger wheel size will make the car sportier and looks very aggressive. So it's be cornering very good. Next.
Okay, discussion and proposal. An actuator that can supply active force is part of an active suspension, which is controlled by a control algorithm using sensor. The actuator may be electromagnetic, hydraulic, pneumatic, or a hybrid design. As you can see on the diagram, is prototype of the electromagnetic active suspension developed by Bose Corporation. Next. Okay, hydraulic systems are frequently utilized in body control system because of their high force density and simplicity of design. For example, BMW has recently created an anti-roll control BMW ARC system. Based on diagram, profile of the commercial low bandwidth hydraulic active suspension used in BMW 545. The diagram below is a block diagram of control for hydraulic active suspension. Next. Electromagnetic linear actuator is a type of rotary motor that has its rotor rolled into a magnet track. Fully active suspension deploy electronic monitoring of the condition of the vehicle. Based on the diagram is electromagnetic linear actuator operation principle. Next. The Bose electromagnetic active suspension system consists of linear electromagnetic motor, power amplifier, torsion spring, and control algorithm. The block diagram of control for an electromagnetic active suspension. Okay, next. Ahmad FAIDHI.
And for the conclusion, when it comes to construction and automobile, the suspension system is one of the critical systems to think about. The suspension system of a vehicle is analog to a white blood cell in that provides the energy necessary to protect the vehicle from damage and improve its ability to maneuver. And two facts should be prioritized in the study and develop of electromechanical active suspension in the year to come. The first is to conduct the research and control for the electromagnetic research and develop electromagnetic linear actuator and control for the electromagnetic active suspension and system. Both of these projects are related to electromagnetic fields. Next. And this is our reference for our literacy review. The first reference we use for Jerekna and Sirita 2020 about a review of vehicle suspension system. The Journal of Mechanical and Energy Engineering. Second is Solomon and Caldas 2021 semi-active suspension system from research to mass market. And lastly, we use the reference the Unisin Gruber and Dance and Sorniotti 2021 about preview-based technique for vehicle suspension control. That's all from us. And thank you.
So I think that's all from our group. I hope you learned something new from our presentation today. Thank you and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.